me to the deck. Exactly subtle, pal.
settlement of Sanctuary has, I guess,
Don't make them like
founded to the west there. Good luck to them with, you know, the whole surviving thing. And in other news, it sounds like maybe not other news, it's actually the same news. The Minutemen were involved in this. Minutemen. I thought they were kind of done for. Sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? And if it were real, it would be super dangerous, I bet. Sheldon Allman wants his girl to fall out through the fallout. But, I mean, if he cared so much, wouldn't he have been with her in the first place? I might be overthinking it. I don't have a girlfriend.
Hello?
Even break a sweat. Not that it's an option. Now, where do you go?
Terminating with extreme heaviness.
Someone there. What? I hear something. What? Who's there? What's that? Ah! For you! Ah! You disappear! You! I am unstoppable!
so. Well, she sort of, disappeared. No sign of her. And nothing has gone missing, at least not that I've heard of, which I realize isn't saying much.
This is a serious news story! Don't undercut yourself!
Did the job go wrong? Or was it so successful that, just no one knows about it? There may never be answers, which makes it kind of hard to, you know, report on it. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. What time is it? Why, it's time for a whole lot of shaking. because that's the name of the next song. I thought I would try something there. Probably didn't work. That's fine. Yeah, here's the song. Bail me out.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood.
Do you need any help with the signal intercept?
This isn't gonna do anything without power. This isn't gonna do anything without power.
You could travel with that thing. Makes me serious.
This isn't gonna do anything without power. This isn't gonna do anything
All we need
without
is enough
power.
power to fire up the signal interceptor. Better check all your connections. Make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Nothing I hate more than Raider scumbags.
Ray Smith, everybody. Ray Smith. Hey, have you seen the, well, there's this article in, the newspaper, Public Occurrences. Boy, I mean, it's something. I mean, I'm not saying anyone is a synth, you know. I'm not saying it's correct at all. And, you know, of course, the mayor, I was asked to read, I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's, well, I mean, it just says here there's, nothing to worry about, that it's, you know, safe and all, everybody. Kind of. It's crazy stuff, right? I mean, weird. Anyway, it's, well, it's something to think about, I guess. Orange-colored
It's
sky.
about
As long as you're
to
carrying.
adapt.
Cold. You love this one.
And I'm
It's a real. Sure.
I'll send for you if I need you.
I have to make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
I'm sure Ingram knows what she's doing.
Proctor Ingram's managed to keep a 40,000-ton airship aloft for the past 5 years. I'd say that earns her the benefit of the doubt. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute when we throw that God willing.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Eager to get... Now, once you've... about...
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's after some time, we're fairly certain.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute. Just keep your mind on the mission. Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Shouldn't we test it first?
Not with a single frequency code. The second you arrive and the Institute figures out this is a one-shot deal. So what do you say?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll... You wanted to get into the Institute, right? Well, what are you waiting for? Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well. Looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
No way to pick this. Don't have the key. Broken.
That was the ink spots with "It's all over but the crying," because that part never really stops. I mean, the song ended ironically. The crying mentioned in the song never stops. If you haven't been a good neighbor recently, like I certainly haven't, you might not know about the latest news there. You may have heard the name Bobby No-Nose, which out of context sounds pretty funny. But I mean, she's cool, so it's actually sort of, literal. Anyway, there was talk, so I hear that she was up to something, a heist, as they say, hypothetically, something sort of big. I guess, maybe. Who knows though? But well, she sort of disappeared.
Only opens with a key.
that I've heard of.
Useless.
I realize too much.
Can't pick this.
New story. Don't undercut yourself.
Did the job go wrong? Or was it so successful that, no one knows about it? There may never be answers, which makes it kind of hard to, you know, report on it. Maybe I should have tried. Now well, I guess I'll play some Billie Holiday.
No use. Would need the key. Only opens with a key.
Don't have the key. Would need the key. Jammed. It's stuck. Busted. It's... Can't pick this. No use. No way to pick this. No way to pick this. Jammed. Broken. Would need the key. Don't have the key.
Bob Crosby there. That's a good one, huh? Thank you, Bob. You're listening to, Diamond City Radio. If you're listening at all. I mean.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the...
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Diamond City Surplus, now open 24 hours.
Your father.
Management reserves the right.
He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be... There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself. A chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes.
Mm-hmm.
This a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Doc?
Yes, sir.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
All systems nominal.
Hey there.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Excuse me.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am. Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Is it true Food Supplement
We're all looking forward to
77 has
working
been
with you.
discontinued?
That is
Glad you
correct.
made it. That was my favorite one.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our...
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial, then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm. All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
Hey.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
After what I've been through, a checkup is probably a good idea.
I should think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to up there? How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself.
Dr. Volkart, can you see to my injuries?
Let's see what's wrong with you. Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
Good to
I've
see
got
you.
just the thing.
Pretty much all dead. Those guys were tough, so, I mean, I guess whoever
There.
killed them...
Good thing you didn't turn to one of those Commonwealth butchers for medical care. We've got some medical supplies over at Requisitions. I suggest you stock up.
This is true or not, but there's this rumor that maybe the Institute was involved. But that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or
Tunnel
not.
somewhere.
Segway. Back to the music, I guess. What about some cool? He's good, right? Can't go wrong. Next, cool.
Yes.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless you're primary level.
Hi, Doc.
Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah? All right. That's all for now. You can resume your duties.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these
Scanning unknown.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some
Good
heads
to see
together.
you. What now?
They're
Pardon me,
dragging their
ma'am.
feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't.
Feels like this.
There's enough
project has
friction
been
as it
going
is
on.
between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Hey, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. Well, I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of them. In his absence, I keep things running.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Hi.
Greetings, ma'am. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the commissary. What can I get for you?
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary
Excuse
drive
me,
servo.
Doctor.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. You weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Rocket 69.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division...
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Power Distribution is Dr. He coordinates... We also make use...
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
As the Institute's requisition vendor,
Even
I can provide
I'm ready to
supplies
see
for
the
your
full
missions
Gen
on the
3
surface.
roll out.
How may I assist you
All
today?
set. Unit, you can return to duty.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Thanks again.
Of course. I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given... If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things...
That was productive.
What are you working on?
There's no getting rid of you, is there? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking.
That's a fair point. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
You're wasting your time working for the Institute.
Oh, wait a second. You're asking me to rejoin them, aren't you? Why the hell would they want me back?
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was the incident never sat right. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll... Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Are there any other options?
That's my offer. Take it, or leave.
No.
Then we have nothing more to say to each other. Now, if you'll please get out of my way, I have a lot of work to do. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust...
had time to examine my latest reports on batch
Good to see you.
274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand...
Doctor? I wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to
Holden,
10 years old by now.
head of the Bioscience
It's
Division.
remarkable that any
I
child
can't
can
wait for you to see
survive
the
for
work
so
we're
long
doing.
up there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning.
In that case, as the name implies, our most... To that end, we've even started...
Right.
You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this...
The gorillas are synths too.
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case,
I'm good for now. Thanks.
take care then.
Into each life, rain must fall. I think that was Ella Fitzgerald confirming that thought. You're listening to Diamond City Radio, if you're listening at all. Keep a Knockin' by Louis Jordan's next. I like this one. It's short and it's about telling people to go away. Oh, Louis.
I'm sorry, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
Operating at full capacity.
Father's a great man. You must be very
Good morning.
proud.
Would you care for some pre-processed nutritional supplements?
What have you got?
I can offer a range of nutritious and great food supplements.
Let's see what you have.
Excuse me. All this must be a little overwhelming for you. Feels like this project has been going on for months.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Good to see you.
Huh? One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Doctor?
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Yes? Yes?
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Doctor, I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence, and I'll consider returning to the Brotherhood. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk. I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence, and I'll...
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
Here's a thing. A sort of note, I guess, from a sponsor here in Diamond City. And I'll just read it. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself, protect your family. Roy Brown is back. And so is that mean Butcher Pete. Pretty crazy stuff, right?
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in two places at once. We hadn't been able to crack that one yet.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Excuse me.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets? The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
I'll take a look, sure.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Hello.
I wish you could have...
Times.
That was Uranium Fever by, oh man, by Elton Britt. Yes, right, so right there. Hey, how about a bit of good news? If you know, haven't already seen it, which I did, so I know it's true, and not just something I overheard. Nick Valentine is back in town. He was gone for a while, and some people who are totally
all systems nominal.
Thought that. Well, they thought he might be dead, or destroyed, or whatever. Anyway, I'm glad you're back, Nick. Even though we never really talked, like, ever. Orange-Colored Sky by Nat King Cole. You love this one, right? It's a real classic. Sure.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
I thought all the surface people look like monsters, but you seem pretty normal.
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Good day.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens
Good to
in
see
the
you
hydroponic
again.
garden.
Did you need something?
You mentioned medical?
In that case, he's our top biologist. Dr. Volkert works in the You won't find better medical care. Anything I can help you with?
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean. He's our top Dr. Volkert works... You won't find...
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could.
Got it.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Stand. Down.
There we go. Won't be able to pick this.
That was them. See, I don't want to set the world on fire. So, there are some rumors out there in the Commonwealth that I have heard. You know the one about the railroad? A group that actually helps? They help synths who want to escape the Institute? Yeah?
Yes.
Well, maybe it's not just a rumor. Maybe it's, I mean, they may actually be out there. It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real, it'd be super dangerous, I bet. I think it's way safer to just sit here and play music. Why do these objects keep moving? Because I need them. Music. So this is Billie Holiday singing Crazy, he calls me, this guy. Dang spots. That was them. I mean, there they are. Singing, I don't want to... Irony. So, I heard about. I'm not sure what to say. There are stories about some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth. They don't know what it does. Not for sure. This next part, well, I mean, it's just people talking, you know. Not necessarily, but it's been said. It has something to do with the Institute trying to blow it up, or maybe disappear, or something. There aren't really details. If I were you, and I saw this thing, well, you better believe that.
I'm through.
I'd run the other way. Next is One More Tomorrow by Frankie Carl. It's nice. A little sappy, I guess, but I mean, that's okay.
Hacking this is beyond me.
Huh? Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Our new senses are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, you'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Pardon me.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Jammed.
Such a positive guy, that Bing Crosby. Hey, seen the, well, there's this article in, the newspaper about the occurrences. Boy, I mean, it's something. I mean, I'm not saying anyone is a sin. I'm not saying it's correct at all. of course, the mayor. I mean, I was, I've asked to read. I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's, well, I mean, it just says here there's, nothing to worry about. That it's, you know, safe and all, everybody. Kind of, it's crazy stuff, right? Weird. Anyway, it's, well, it's something to think about, I guess. This song is Good Neighbor by Magnolia, who is, well, from Good Neighbor. It's one word as a place, but two words as a title. Here's Magnolia.